Before we had to begin with the Wave Sphere, let us just recap the past events. And it started with the Colossus within. A boy had to kill 16 Colossus to awaken a lost girl, but unfortunately, he was grown too strong and too powerful, becoming dangerous as all 16. Fortunately for the horsemen, they managed to see the darkness within, between light and heaven. However, this all leads up to the creation of the Solarmonsters. The Solarmonsters were once alien beings who were captured by the monsters. And for us, they were captured and turned into cards, but until secretly been saved by conspiracy by Wave. Later on, before the war, the Wave Sphere had extinct a 65-million-year-old dinosaur by his powers and used them and the blood to create the Genoids, aka the Fembots. Led by their major leader, they were once protecting Earth all over the globe, including their greatest enemy, came from another planet, which the orphanage used a leader to trick them all into their demises and lure them to hell, killing them. However, moving on to the future, this major was tasked by one of the Genoids to retrieve the key, but unfortunately it was a betrayal and give him chase. However, when Astrid had to take this by herself, she had decided that she has two of herself inside, so the Wave had to separate two pieces of her. But until two separate, they chased down Hiccup and finally retrieved the key from her. Well, fortunately, all Fembots and Genoids at the same time disappeared. But there are still a few left. In the Wave Sphere prequel, Q00 was tasked and awakened to travel throughout the planets to help of any Solans and fight monsters. In the meantime, Solans, a form of one who was Helios, the Greek god of sun, and it was held by those twins, 4 each by the 5 male and 5 female each, half monsters, half humans. But unfortunately, the interdimensional series was jumbled off in order to realize that the soul cartoons are like the Fembots. Very interesting. On Earth again, and in the present before the Wave Sphere, the Edge are going on the greatest adventure journey with their friends Golem and Big Blue while facing their worst nightmare, the Kankers. Well, unfortunately, the Edge managed to evade every monster invasion that were unseen and a mysterious object from the planet Earth who revealed to be Heart. Heart is Wave's wife. She was discovered and created inside the Earth, so the monsters won't know where she is until now. However, for the Edge, Golem was left behind when trying to escape Las Vegas, and Big Blue was killed before the Edge got there. The Edge are trying everything to hide and uncover why the monsters are here for, and what do they want. But Orbinus has tasked to create a massive spot space throughout the whole universe, but unfortunately all the fires managed to team up and stop a Taboo, his true minion. However, after taking care of Nergigante, Toa, Stormhawks, and Leafclub infested Orbinus, but however, they only discovered something much horrible that's gonna happen in the future. A giant reptile and a 3-headed monster. Fortunately, they managed to invade and escape the monsters when the alarm sounded, but the Weed Club were left behind. However, Kingpin and his men, the Sinister Six, were dispatched to retrieve it, but it all leads up when his uncle, Prowler, was killed by Kingpin for not killing Miles. Which leads up to Miles' revenge against Kingpin. Meanwhile, Osiris and Isaac Clarke were killed off after seeing a horrible future that the ancient spheres are going to turn against the Solarmonsters. Fortunately, Miles managed to kill Kingpin and avenge his uncle. Meanwhile, Spider-Man and his friends, but his mentor Iron Man, managed to recover the Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragons from the Sinister Six. But unfortunately, Ferd was distracted by an unknown music, so a Firewall Dragon managed to retain his brother. In the meantime, the Stormhawks managed to help out, but unfortunately, until that, he, Arrow, and Darkseid managed to destroy each other, but Arrow unwittingly ended up on Flake, the birthplace of the ancient spheres, where he was killed by Kong. Meanwhile, Vulture was killed after accidentally killing Montana and McGargan, aka Scorpion. Too bad for them. Meanwhile, Master Chief and the ODSTs were tasked to kill Prophet on planet Saturn. And alongside that, they learned that Dentos was ambushed and killed by Glavenus. Too bad for him. That was a terrifying move. Meanwhile, Cyborg really almost discovered that the Solarmonsters were making a creative co-op with the monsters. Fortunately, that was unwillingly, but Cyborg was killed and eaten up alive. Meanwhile, there are some Solars that try to stop the Bat Solars from reaching Earth by creating a massive portal, while the others must learn what Orbinus is after and what he wants. What his want is discerned. Meanwhile, Drago Bloodfist managed to capture the Dragon Runners to uncover the secrets of Pyramid of Light, but unfortunately, Fishlegs was left alive, captured. But with the help, they managed to find themselves in the Pyramid of Light and challenge Drago Bloodfist for Fishlegs' freedom, and for that, they already had. But before that, they were on an assault for Drago's base to find out what the Pyramid of Light is. For that, they had to stop these Dimension Dragons from fighting each other, clones, kind of like Mew and Mewtwo. Meanwhile, Snotlout and Fishlegs went into the history where they meet the families of Thor. Kinda sounded tricky. In the meantime, they finally comes down to how the Solarians have first met with each other. And so on, they all went into a war. The good Solarians unite against the bad Solarians. But, however, unwillingly to them, it was all part of these mysterious unknown forces and these monsters' plan to turn all the Solarians against each other. It was everything part of a secret and a lie. Nothing but truth or lies that comes their way. In the meantime, before meeting with Golem, Diaz flashes back on how they were first met as kids. Their first scam. Upon meeting with the 4 remaining talking dinosaurs, they first met Golem. The Golem was a friend of theirs. It was a greatest thing, and a greatest feud to honor what is lies. SES tried everything to the scam, including the ones such as facing the talking toys who help the good toys fight the bad toys. Fortunately for this, they managed to help out while the framed Arts Girl tries to avenge one of them. But meanwhile, in the meantime, on Halloween, Eddy was bonded by a symbiote Venom, who scared off the Kankers and defeated Riot. A symbiote was rejected by Spider-Man, who had a symbiote power on Halloween, before Spider-Man was killed off by something else by an unknown force. But unfortunately, Venom and Eddy were separated when Hood was dispatched by an unknown force to destroy Venom, and Eddy was left. But however, Eddy was trying to get one of the presents on Christmas that he loves presents. almost what the next seems to be becoming a dream reality. Like those that have encouraged and those that have fought with an honorable, side by side together as one. However, on Christmas, when scouting for any intentions in protecting utopias, there was no sign of hostiles. But unfortunately, on the same Christmas, Furno was secretly killed by the betrayed utopias, who was believed when the monsters were distracting the solar eclipse on Saturn. Poor Furno, an honorable hero from Hero Factory, as the noble team named and Ikora honored a funeral. This all leads up to the first wave sphere where Eve was first awakened. That's it. The urban regions managed to survive San Francisco and formed Space Marine Legion. That was the time when Kevin had to become naval. And for us, it all comes to what lies upon the secrets